Hello, I'm Penelope and I've been in fashion for over 20 years. I'm here to share with you so many helpful tips from ways to wear outfits to talking to brands, the people behind the scenes and how they started their brand. Make sure you subscribe to get all of my helpful tips for your own wardrobe, ways to shop easier and outfit smarter. So good to see you. Thank you for having me.
We still work from home.
Here's where the magic happens.
It's my wife.
All right, let's go. So I'm lucky enough to be here with Lydia, who is owner, designer, head of Gimme store. Welcome.
All of the things, jack of all trades. Thank you for having me.
Of course, mum of two, very young kids as well, which is incredible, and a huge dog that's been running around.
I have Daisy. Daisy was my firstborn. Poor Daisy. She's a massive groodle. And yes, two little kids, 3 and 1. It's busy. I'm in the trenches.
I love it. I think a lot of people out there will relate. And today we are here to talk about your fabulous brand, Gimme. First of all, let's talk through some of the product. What is it? What do you do? What have you got? I'm obsessed. And what are your best sellers? Let's go.
So my whole thing with Gimme is that I want to make jewelry and accessories fun, but most importantly, accessible. And I just think that you don't need to spend a fortune to add a little piece of punctuation to your outfit, right? So it is very fashion forward in terms of its fashion jewelry. A lot of the things are bigger and they're statement pieces. In saying that, we've got a few, we do have definitely everyday pieces, but they're pieces as well that are waterproof, tarnish free for the most part, just based on the materials that we're using at the moment. And I just love that I can give women, especially the audience that seem to gravitate to Gimme, are usually busy mums who are potentially finding themselves after having kids or focusing on other areas of their life, and they don't want to go and spend hundreds of dollars on a new pair of earrings, but maybe a $60, $70
Yes,
necklace.
I love your price points.
Feels, it's a little treaty, and we all deserve a little treaty. And I do just believe in the transformative power of accessories. It finishes an outfit.
Absolutely. I can 100% vouch for you on that. It is a game changer. I'm accessory background. So I worked in accessory for years. And so I have a huge love for it. And a lot of my tips, I'm just like, it can completely change an outfit. A gold necklace, or even, we're both wearing silver today. Is it converting to silver? I'm not sure. But either color can just take an outfit from, as I say, drab to fab in an instant. But it also, you just feel good. You feel that little bit of glamour, even if you are just going to the park with the kids.
It's exactly right. Always, when I've got the kids, it's often a day where I'm in activewear. I don't put on any makeup. I whack on a cap, a Gimme cap, which we'll talk about in a minute. But if you just add, a layered stack of necklaces, some earrings, you just feel finished.
Yes.
I really believe it makes you feel put together.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. So let's have a look at what you've got here, because we are filming it to see. Let's have a look. I'm loving these.
Well, you said go and grab some of your best sellers. Now, these are our Lisa earrings. If you're not watching, they are just like a standard hoop. I'll show it to the camera as well.
Oh my gosh, they've got the little heart.
And they have a little heart, I suppose, pendant on it. The best thing about these is that you can take the pendant off and just wear the hoop as a plain classic hoop, or you can wear it with the heart on.
So they're actually 2-in-1
They're
earrings.
2-in-1, and we love a pay-per-wear
Yes,
situation, right?
definitely. Can I also say I'm wearing your Penelope earrings? Love these. And you get the pack. You get a gold pair and a silver pair, which I also love because, then depending what day it is, I throw on the silver or go for the warmer gold. So I love that you do these pieces that you can grab 2 for 1 or get a pair that is worn different ways.
Well, I've been on a bit of a journey with my community on Instagram, and I've been a total convert to silver myself. I actually had my color analysis done a few months ago, and I know that the cooler tone works better for me. Previous to this, I've been like gold girl through and through, and sales-wise, like 95% of my jewelry and the sales were always gold. And it's funny, I've started now introducing silver in pretty much every style that I do, and things are evening out. So I'm so glad that people are giving it a go, And then I just think, there are a lot of just OG silver girlies out there who haven't been catered to in this fashion accessory
That's so true.
sector for a really long time. It's all gold.
That's so true. And also I love mix now.
Well,
I'm like mixing it up. I'm wearing both, and I would have never done that. And people have always said, they're gold or silver. Well, yeah, I think a bit of both. And I think depending what day it is, and I also think depending on your outfit, what looks better or feels better. But I'm loving like layering of both.
Well, that's going to be massive this year, as I'm sure you're very across. We had lots of hints of it last year, but I don't think we saw it on runways and high-end fashion. But I think now the everyday person is feeling a little bit braver in that regard. I actually have people who buy 2 of the Lisa earrings. Sorry, they come in silver and gold, and they'll put the gold heart on the silver hoop. Or vice versa.
I love that. Okay, now we're talking. All right, ladies, I'm going to have to do a little video with these afterwards just to show you these fabulous pieces. And you've also got necklaces.
We've got some necklaces.
Yep.
Our bestseller, puffy hearts, seem to be a bit of a theme at Gimme. This is our Ella necklace. If you jump online, you'll be able to find it. I named this after my daughter because it really is my favourite.
I love that. I think also sometimes we do have a thing for hearts when you've got kids because there's something about it, whether they buy it for you or you buy it for yourself. It's that whole, I love my kids love me, and I love myself too. Exactly. Put a bit of love into yourself and shout yourself.
And you know what? Bows are the other sort of motif that have had such a moment. And these are our Allegra earrings. If you're not watching the video, they're like big, oversized bows. They look big and scary, but they are so lightweight. The amount of reviews we get going, oh my gosh, they're so easy to wear. Great for weddings, great for balls, special occasions. I cannot keep these babies in stock.
That's so interesting. Do you know what? Last time I saw you at an event, you were wearing these, and I still remember them to this day. It's almost like was your statement piece. And I talk about statement pieces a lot. And literally these earrings, you could just put with anything. You could wear this with just a black top and black pants and your outfit is going to be, everyone's going to talk about your earrings. And that's what I always say, like dress around an item. So if it's your earrings and those statement bows, it doesn't matter what else you put on with them. Just wear something really plain because everyone's going to be loving your earrings. And I love that it also draws the eye to your face. Quite often people are a bit conscious, they're not having a great day, they're feeling a bit bloated. Wear fabulous earrings and everyone's
very distracted. I love that's a great tip.
Yeah. Then let's talk about your hats because these have sold out. These are going nuts and I'm a little bit obsessed because Gimme obviously is a very, very fun branding, but you've then gone into this very quirky hats. Now, obviously we all need a hat for sport, kids sport, out in the sun, just bad hair day, but you have gone with this logo, which is so cool. You've done the Gimme this, Gimme that, and let's talk through them.
Yeah, so I mean, the name, there's so much there to play with, right? And my background, which I'm sure we'll get to, is in journalism. So a lot of copywriting and a lot of, I've done marketing and PR and all of that kind of thing. And I'm like, I am not using this name to the best of my ability. But it's funny. Sometimes it's a journey and you just you can't land things right away. But I came up with this idea. We were driving with my husband. I was like, what if I do a series of hats, with these funny slogans, so we've got gimme coffee, gimme margs, gimme love, gimme snacks, gimme attention. And, I kind of ordered the stock. I didn't think a lot of them. I knew that I thought that it was a good idea. But then they came into stock and they went live and holy moly, within hours, I sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
and Gimme Love was great because Gimme Love came out for Valentine's Day, which is so clever.
Yes, and so they have been out of stock for a couple of weeks now, and my DMs are absolutely jam-packed. And Penelope, I know you wore one the other day, and people were asking you, they will be back. In fact, I hope by the time this podcast goes live, I'm fully restocked. But it's definitely an avenue. And I mean, this is the thing with business as well, is that you don't have to just kind of pick your lane and stick to it. I mean, some people might argue with that, but it's like, why not? I don't have to just do jewelry. No. Accessories is so broad. So it was a really fun little experiment and you know what, it worked. So we'll do more.
And I love that. And that's so true about accessories. One size fits all. So you literally just do one and anyone can wear it. It doesn't have to be someone small, tall, any size. Anyone can wear it. So that's what's exciting. So yes, love the hats. And I have to say, I've got the Gimme coffee and I love to wear it in the morning, but I need Gimme Marg to wear in the afternoon because I hit 4 o'clock. The kids are already driving me crazy. And that is one of my favorite drinks of all time. So let's go into business. And that is, really exciting to talk about is how did you get into it and what were you doing before this?
So before this, very early in my career, I was actually a dancer. I went full-time over to Perth, WAPA. It's the Western Australia Academy of Performing Arts, and I studied the ballet course over there. So all my life I'd grown up thinking that was what I was going to do. I got almost through the course and I was going, oh my gosh, I'm having not even a quarter life crisis by that point. Wasn't sure that dance was what I really wanted to do for the rest of my life anymore. Panicked. I went back to uni, did a journalism degree, and kind of I started in television, to be honest, producing, for some of the big networks. Still was like finding my feet. Like I knew that I liked sort of the presenting side of things, and, moved on to newspapers. I did some copywriting and all of that. And it's really funny. Like I didn't ever set out to start a jewelry brand, but now that I'm doing what I do, it's like all those skills have somehow just like come together. Like from each sort of different career path that I've chosen, it's all being
That's so
used.
true. And also it's like you've got the social media part, you've got all of the copy you have to do on your website, filming things, you're on screen, so you're very comfortable on screen, which I love. You're very up to date with filming and editing and doing these really, really fun reels. You're really on trends with that as well, which is great. And next thing you know, Gimme's born.
Gimme was born. So it actually started, just for a little bit of very quick, brief history, we started doing hair accessories. We were sewing. When I say we, it was my cousin and I who started the brand. We were called Scarfy Official, and we made hair scarves and scrunchies.
This is why I love hearing the backs of the start. You and your cuz.
It was not sexy. It was not glamorous. But hey, everyone starts somewhere. And often with small business, it evolves into something you never thought you set out to do. So then we dabbled in jewelry as a natural progression from hair accessories. Hair accessories were having a moment when we started, and then, they slowly faded away again. They'll be back soon though. And jewelry is kind of where we sort of found our sweet spot, and that's where I've been ever since. I actually ended up buying the business off my cousin in early 2013.
Wow.
And I decided to go all in. So I left, I went on maternity leave with my second child and decided I was going to dust my hands free of working for other people, and do my own thing. And it was really like I put all my, chips on red. Is that what you say? Whatever you say.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambler.
Yeah.
And there we go. And so since then I've been scaling, and here we are.
Yeah, eggs in one basket. But I think sometimes being a mum, you need something that has flexibility. And you also get that sense of, I don't want to go back into an office job or work for someone else because I'm already working for my kids. I'm already full-time with them. And so you then want this feeling of, I was the same. I then was like, I can't go back into fashion. How can I work around the kids? And ended up working with clients, personal styling. So it evolves, and it's interesting how kids and being, a mum and motherhood changes your career in a way, but you've almost found your groove and you couldn't be happier and it's going so well.
Absolutely. Like I think looking back at school as well, I was always a bit of an independent worker, and I mean that in not an up myself sort of way, but I got sort of frustrated if I was working in a team, which sounds like I'm a terrible manager.
Yes, that's me too. Yeah.
But I just kind of knew what I wanted, and I wanted to just do it myself.
I think that's a creative person as well. I think quite often creatives, and obviously you're creative with jewelry and a fashion brand, and I think creatives sometimes you need to be a bit insular. You're such an extrovert, and you can be such an extrovert on Instagram. Both you and I can have a good laugh and have fun with reels, but then I like to sit down and work by myself and be very quiet as well.
Extroverted introvert I am. I actually don't love all of that, like social situations. I get so nervous, such bad social anxiety. People think you're so confident, but I'm actually really not. It's all fake. You got to fake it.
Smoke and mirrors. Yeah. I always say that, smoke and mirrors. I love that. So tell me, what are plans for Gimme? Where are you taking it, and are there things in the pipeline coming up?
Absolutely. So big year. I know, I'm sure everyone says that. But as I move through and I learn more about running a business and what's working with my audience and what people want and don't want, I want to drop more collections, smaller collections, but more frequently, because given the price point and all of that kind of thing, people do love an update on their accessories. And I think it's an easy thing to update in a hard economic climate as well.
So true. It's also not seasonal. Jewelry is not seasonal. You don't have to drop by season. So you can actually have more flexibility with that, which is exciting.
That's exactly right. We have also, we're sort of known for the collabs that we do. I've got a couple of cool, fun, different things in the works that people maybe might not go, I didn't see that coming. And we also have, I think in about 2 weeks when we drop this, we'll have to double check that I can talk about it, but we're actually off to New York Fashion Week. In September.
Oh my goodness, that's like the top tier.
That's it.
That's very exciting. Speaking, and that is, cannot wait for more info. Definitely follow Lydia, your page, Gimme. It's incredible. You're on social media a lot, but you have fantastic fun little snippets of things that make it just always really fresh and new. And something else I love about you is your collabs, and you've done a couple recently and over the last couple of years. I think it's even how I found you. But tell me, out of interest, like you've got some incredible celebs wearing your products. You've had Katy Perry wear your product at the AFL Grand Final last year. Unbelievable. You've also done a collaboration with Lee Campbell where you did a jewellery line with her. One of the pieces was going towards, part of it was going towards charity, the sales. So you do these incredible things. Have you got any advice for anyone out there? Because I love talking to small businesses, and obviously, you don't have to give away your secrets, but to get celebs and to get people wearing your product to do collabs, what's your biggest tip? Are you just one that's just slide in their DMs, or do you have some special pitch, or what would be your advice?
Yeah, without being, I don't want to give an answer that everyone gives, because you could send 100 messages out to people, right? And only maybe 20 of those may respond to you.
20 is a good result.
20 is a great result.
But 19 of them say no. Yeah.
Well, exactly. And 5 of them actually wear it,
yeah.
and 2 of them convert.
Yeah.
So yes, if you are you've got to be generous with gifting. That's all, if you can be, and your margins allow, and you've got the capacity and all of that, because even gifting is very expensive for a business. And I know there's an interesting dynamic between creators and small businesses, because why should a creator work for free and vice versa? And that's where affiliate partnerships come in, which are changing the industry right now, and super important, and I think beneficial for both.
Absolutely.
I just think it's a really happy medium. But yes, in terms of gifting, I've always been very generous and very just slide into the DM.
Yeah.
Just see. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. In terms of the biggest celebrities, I mean, the Katy Perry moment, I shouldn't play it down, because it was brand changing.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
And that's a moment that does not happen often for any brands, especially little old me, mum of 2. You can't see because I would never let Penny show this, but I've got, piles of toys everywhere, formula bottles, everything around me. It's not glamorous right now. One day we'll be in a beautiful glamorous
I don't think it
office.
needs to be though, but I don't think it needs to be. I think that's what I love about, some brands, and I end up buying into it, like buying product, but also just loving watching the Instagram and everything, is just being real. I love that about you. It's not perfect. I mean, the product arrives and it is perfect, but the Instagram and, all the behind the scenes doesn't have to be. So I love that. Keep it real.
Katy Perry, though, let me tell you, it was through a PR agency.
Right.
Essentially, Katy was coming to Melbourne for the AFL Grand Final. Her stylist reached out to what I would assume a bunch of PR agencies, going, I need some silver jewelry. Katy actually wore all Australian designers.
Right.
So they'd come with that as a mission.
Yep.
And the PR agency who I'd been working with flicked off the website to the stylist, and they went, can we have A, B, C, D? Now, I've got to say, she chose the smallest earrings.
You were like, we're the big ones.
No one's ever going to see that.
Yeah.
It was the Tuesday, so I had to run to the post office and make cut off at AusPost, Express Post. And it was
with the pram.
Seriously, I had both kids at home on a Tuesday, and it's just kind of like I was flicking through my emails like, oh my God, it's a long day. And this popped up. So that's how it happened, sent it off, kind of didn't think much of it. Right. I didn't know if she was going to wear it. I didn't think she was going to wear it. I thought she would be pulling jewelry from every Australian jewelry brand ever.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until literally she put up a story before she went out to perform on the Saturday, and I saw it and I was just like,
breathless.
It's them. I was screenshotting and zooming in because I could. They were so small.
Of course, she was.
But it's but then and like this is a bit more of the behind the scenes bit. It was the content that I created off the back of that sold the earrings. Katy never posted about it, as in she didn't tag me.
Yes.
I didn't get famous because she wore it.
Yes.
It was me, showing reaction videos and green screen videos. So you've got to be clever when you've got to sell your own story.
Absolutely. Pump your own tires. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I had a tiny little snippet on the weekend in the paper, and I instantly filmed it, put it on my Instagram. It's like, if I don't do it then and there, no, and I don't, it wasn't even me reading the paper. It was the fact that the writer sent it to me and said, I popped you in the paper on the weekend. But you do have to pump your tires up and jump on those exciting moments. I mean, that's Katy Perry. That's huge.
It was massive. I mean, my 12-year-old self is screaming inside. But then just on pumping your own tires up, I think this is for all of us. Like, can we just leave imposter syndrome in 2024?
So true.
Because tall poppy, all of it, it's really, it's debilitating.
Yeah. And give yourself a pat on the back, particularly if you're a small business or if you work for yourself or you're starting something or you've worked on something for years and something's finally happened that's great. Give yourself credit, like talk about it, because people are only going to congratulate you. They're not going to put you down. And if they do, don't worry about it because they're just jealous. So I think it's nice, you don't have to do it every day, but do it when it's really big hits. And I'm sure that's something you need to do as well. Obviously, you're juggling kids and you probably finish, at certain times of the day and it's all mum time, with them. So it's nice to, when things do happen, congratulate yourself.
Yeah. And just like, a lot of hard work goes into what small businesses do. Like it's not for the faint-hearted. And so to have those moments and celebrate those moments, it's so important.
I love that. Okay, so my last question, it's a fun one, and that is always, if you had an unlimited credit card, what would you go out and buy? It has to be fashion related. I'm thinking it's probably accessories, but I could be completely wrong. So let's say unlimited credit card, but not buy a house. So unlimited, but what would you go out and buy tomorrow? What's on your wish list?
This is a really tough question, and I don't know if I'm breaking your rules here. Okay. So I apologize. But
there's no rules.
I mentioned to you that I did my color analysis a few months ago, and it has really changed a lot for me. I feel so much better getting dressed in the morning. Okay. I feel more confident with what I'm putting on because, yes, I work in the fashion industry. It's a little bit ironic, but I work in accessories. I'm not a huge fashion girly, I suppose. As in, I don't feel educated enough to really, I'm not you. I need people like you.
No, you.
So I would, with my credit card, hire someone like yourself or the lady that did my color analysis, a personal shopper, to go and just help me really curate my wardrobe, to be all in my colors, in my shapes, so that I don't have to think again and I can just go and get dressed in the morning and then decorate with accessories as I love to do. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. I love that. Absolutely. I love that. And I would say do it. I would say spoil yourself and do it, particularly someone that's done your colours. They're obviously going to really nail it. You've really been happy with that service. I love that, Lydia. Thank you so much. That's so fun. And I have to say, my tip would be also shop a brand you already own. So I'm loving this vest on you. You've got the matching trousers. You look incredible. It goes well with your accessories, perfect for this weather. You could dress this down with jeans. So I love what you're wearing. And my tip would be shop again from that brand. It fits you really well. It looks incredible. Buy again. So you know your size and you know this color works or you know this style works. So shop it again. Maybe you buy it in the black as a weather, as a different color, or maybe a navy is softer on you, or they've done a pop of red that works for you. Or these trousers that you're wearing, maybe they do it in a beige and you're limited with time. Shop that brand online and shop that size and give it a go, because that can quite often be quicker, smarter ways of shopping when you're confident with the brand and the styles that work from that business as well. So there's a tip.
I love that tip. Back to H&M I go.
No way, it's H&M. Oh my gosh, she's nailed it. Okay, that's so good. I shopped there last week. You know what I love about H&M? Go in at the beginning of the season. I just went into the city store. It is all autumn styles. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's so affordable. So affordable. I love that. Oh, she just totally tricked me with that. I would not have guessed it.
Really?
I could have listed 3 other brands I thought it was from. Lydia, thank you so much. We could talk all day. You are just fabulous. You're wonderful. I can't wait to see what happens with Gimme. It's up and up and up. It's on the rise, and I'll be on the sidelines cheering you on.
Thanks, Penny.
Thank you.